It wasn't easy. In order for me to tell how and why I got in the union, I have to tell you a little bit of my history. I grew up in East Tennessee. Tennessee is a right-to-work state. I was taught in school that unions are nothing but a mob-operated gang. I moved out here in 1960. I worked in the orchards over by Wenatchee area. I had always been kind of fascinated with heavy equipment. So I go down and talk to the local union in Wenatchee. And he said, sure, you can join just as soon as you learn how to be an operator. I asked him if military training would work, and he said it would. So 3 years later, when I got out of the Army, I felt I was a pretty good crane operator. I went to Fort Leonard Wood for the training. I went to Korea, come back to Fort Ord for the year in between, and then to Vietnam. And we built LST slips, lengthened runways, dug ditches, whatever. The Army had some wonderful crane training. I moved to Portland because I was promised a job in Portland, and Local 701 had nothing to do with me. So I moved to Seattle, went to work for Boeing night shift. Every morning I was up at the Union Hall helping Joe Albert open up the Union Hall. And eventually Joe said, I want to talk to you. He said, you tell me you're a crane operator. I don't know you. But he said, we've got a job down here for the shipyard. If you want that job, it's a way into the union. I said, all I'm asking for is an opportunity. So I was dispatched to the shipyard. That was 1966. I come in as kind of an outsider.
Right.
And I only felt that way for a short time. There was one incident that happened in the shipyard there that I was running a truck crane, and you know, in the wintertime in Seattle, it's a little bit cold. The exhaust pipe on that carrier ended right underneath my fan. So by 10 o'clock every day, I'd have a headache. One day I climbed off the rig and go over to the office, and I'd tell them, you know, I've got a headache. Every day I get a headache from breathing that exhaust. And he said, well, here, take these APCs. Well, my oiler had been in the union for some time, and he knew his way around a little better than I did. Oh, that guy had a fit. And about 20 minutes later, Johnny Murphy showed up. And that was my first experience with that, and I still remember the man, Johnny.
And he was your business agent?
He was, yeah. He said, go find you a place to sit down, and when that machine's fixed, you'll have to work. So they come out and put an exhaust system on the carrier. So that took care of the problem. That was when I knew I was among friends. Or 67, they had an electrician strike, and they shut all the shipyards down. I went to construction. If I were dispatched out on a dozer or a loader, pretty soon I was on the out of work list again.
Yeah.
Cranes, I usually stayed there until the job was done.
Yeah.
I would just felt natural in the seat of a crane. Was an instructor for a short time out at Waikoni, a couple of years. No, I had talked to Mark before that. One day he came out on the job and said, we need you. A couple of weeks later, I went to work out. Yeah, I liked the facilities they had out there. I thought it was great. It's been wonderful. I've got to do things I've only dreamed about doing.